The funny thing is that like the amount of setup, like how complicated this is compared to what the actual quality of the video is going to be is ridiculous. Actually, yeah, I should be looking into the lens and probably maybe not as relaxed as I am right now. This was a lot of setup. I mean, not an incredible amount. It was like maybe 15 minutes, maybe 10. Doesn't really matter that much, but basically right now I'm kind of tired or sleepy or whatever. My sleep schedule is really off because I was trying to finish a client project, and so my sleep schedule kind of shifted, but I didn't feel like right now it's difficult for me to even sit at my computer chair desk because it's just too tiring, you know. So I was just sitting here or kind of semi lying on this couch, and I thought, I don't know, like I'm not doing anything and I should do something. And I thought, well, might as well record one of those lazy videos that I've been doing here and there. At first, I even thought that I'm gonna just do a voiceover because I have notes this time. But then I thought, might as well turn on the camera. Oh, this is such great content. It's unbelievable. I don't like that there's a reflection here. And maybe you can see this, like how this room looks. Because it looks like, ugh, disgusting. So we're just gonna do this. By the way, it's interesting that, so there's a magnet in this thing, right? And it's interesting that it doesn't affect the microphone sound quality, or maybe it does. I don't know, because microphones work with electromagnetic kind of attraction, right? There is a magnet inside a microphone, so I don't know. Anyway, I had like 2 points that I kind of thought about just now as I was setting this whole thing up. One point is about punching through, and another one was, I'm not sure if I remember it now. That's annoying. All right, let's talk about punching through. So right now I did too much. Like I could have, like I did more by setting this up than, like it took me more time and energy and brain cells to set this up than it would have been for me to just sit at my regular kind of talking spot, my chair, and maybe turn on like a backlight or whatever, and it would have been probably visually better because there would be more background separation, so the background would be blurrier and stuff like that, because like the further you are from the background, the blurrier it's gonna be with these cameras. With phones, I guess it doesn't matter, you just whatever. But anyway, so it took me more time to set this up, more energy, more brain cells, and the result is kind of worse, you know. But I did it kind of for two reasons. One is getting out of comfort, um, and two is kind of, or comfort slash routine, and two is fun, which is kind of contradicting. But the thing with comfort and routine is that sometimes when we say we're like too lazy to do something, or we're not in the mood to do something or something like that, it's actually fear of discomfort, right? Like, it's not that you're afraid of, I don't know, whatever, but it is fear, because like the moments when I don't feel like doing something, very often it is like an ADHD type of fear, but obviously other people have it as well. But it's like, okay, I want to do something, but I don't know. And it's basically my brain has decided, like it's thought about it, about doing something, and it has imagined that it's gonna take effort, and it's not gonna be fun, right? So basically it has now created some sort of an illusion, or some sort of idea, some sort of a picture of like of like this area, like doing something in this area of something that's not fun. So I'm afraid of doing something that's not fun, because it is fear. Like, it's like, I don't know what's gonna actually be happening, you know, like maybe I will have fun. Why not try it? But it is fear of discomfort, basically. So my purpose, number one, with doing this weird setup thing, was to get out of comfort, out of discomfort, or get into discomfort, basically to put in more time and effort on purpose, because that is how you kind of stretch yourself. I guess there's, maybe I'm mixing things too much up. So maybe one is getting out of comfort, and the other one is stretching myself. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. Maybe it does. So, because clarity and precision is important, right? So I guess you don't want to get stuck in comfort and routine, because then you're gonna be repeating the same things over and over again, and you're gonna be limited. But then again, the opposite of that is stretching yourself, right? So I guess it is one thing. I'm not sure. But that is what you want to do. That's kind of the goal of this vlogging challenge that I'm doing. That's the goal of self development, whatever. It's to stretch yourself. Maybe it's not the goal, but it's one of the goals. It's part of the whole thing, stretching yourself, to learn more skills, to develop different systems, to find out more things, to learn more things. And yeah, so it, like, it's not effective. Oh, it might be effective, but it's definitely not efficient. Like, I could have just set it up on my thingy there that's connected to the table, whatever. It's not a monopod, but let's say it's a monopod that's connected to the table. I could have just put my camera on its regular spot, turned on a light, and that's it, right? And the shot probably would have been better. But so it would have taken me maybe 1 minute instead of 15, or 2 minutes instead of whatever. Doesn't matter. It would have been quicker, result would have been better. So it's not efficient. Getting out of the comfort zone, stretching yourself. Like, you can do the same workout without stretching yourself, right? Although that's kind of, I mean, the stretching is metaphorical, right? You're stretching your skills, your systems, or whatever. But now this is an option, you know? Like, now I have tried this angle, I've tested this angle, and I can add it to my repertoire, whatever that means. Like, if I needed to, I can, like, if I feel like I don't have energy, or if I feel like I need a different angle, I've tested this now, I've tried this. I will know how this looks like. I will know how much time it takes, more or less. And I have like a bigger kind of a monitor for the purpose of like framing and seeing the shot and whatever, because I don't see anything from the screen, at least not that far, because right now we're at 70 millimeters, and usually I film at, I think it's 28 to 60 millimeters, and so it's somewhere in between, let's say 40, whatever. So I'm almost twice as far as I usually am in terms of distance from the camera, so I wouldn't see the screen of the camera at all. So I added kind of layers of complication for myself, which is also not good if you want to keep the routine up, because if every time I had to spend 15 minutes on setting things up, then there would be like a much smaller chance that I would be doing this thing every day for 100 days. Or I'm still like, I don't know why I haven't decided, is it 100 days or 365, because I'm probably like, maybe it's a head fake, where it's like, head fake is probably like a very American football thing, so most Europeans might not know this term, but it's like, oh, I'm gonna go this way, or I'm gonna throw this ball, but I'm actually gonna go this way, right? And the head fake is for yourself. There was this professor that did a talk famously before he died, uh, and he talked about head fakes. So just context why I said that. But where was I? No idea. Uh, I don't know how I got to the head fake part and what I was talking before this. Anyway, so, all right, efficiency, lens, distance. I don't know what I was talking, where I went with this. Anyway, so this isn't efficient, but it's one thing that I can add to my repertoire. So I needed to add, I think there was something about complications, whatever. Oh, right. So it's nice tracing back your train of thought. So yeah, if I did this daily, like every day, all right, now I remember. So the head fake is about what I was trying to say is about whether like, so it's like, okay, so it's the 5 minute thing, right? So okay, I will have to do 5 minutes of work when I don't feel like it, but it's usually gonna be longer, right? So the head fake in this sense is like you're tricking yourself to do a little bit, because then your inner resistance won't start giving off alarms, right? The need to stay in comfort zone, right? It's not gonna set off alarms that, oh, no, 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 I don't want to do 2 hours of work. But if it's like just 5 minutes, or sometimes if it's just 1 minute, if it's just 5 seconds, right, then it's kind of easier to do more, a little more, a little more, a little more. So basically you have to either force yourself, or you have to kind of trick yourself into doing something for a little bit, and then it's going to be easier to do it for far longer. So I guess maybe that's the thing that's in my head. Like, if I'll tell myself it's just 100 days, then it's easier to get to those 100 days than if I told myself it's going to be for 1 year, and then I'm like, oh crap, but that's so long, it's so much time, so much energy. Like every day for a year, it's too difficult. And then I don't even do the 100 days, right? But if I say, okay, it's just 100 days, which is also like, it's still a challenge, but it's 3.65 times less of a challenge than a whole year. So I guess I'm thinking like, I'm going to do 100 days, and then I'm going to just continue for another year, and then maybe 5 and 10 or 100 years, whatever, doesn't matter. Right. But what was I talking about before that? So yeah, so if I had to do this for 100 days or a year every day, setting this whole thing up every time, like every day 15 minutes, then like 15 minutes times 4 is an hour, right? So I'm like, if I had to, so that's 4 days plus 4 days, like almost 2 hours per week, almost 8 hours per month. And if I'm doing it 100 days, so it's like 3 months plus. So 8 times 3, 24. So I would waste just 20, like I would waste 24 hours, like a whole day, like a full day, not a working day, full day in 3 months, just setting up the camera and the monitor and whatever, like the angle, the tripod, because like each of these things, like it's another detail that adds to complications. I probably talked about this, probably even yesterday. No idea, zero memory. But like each feature, yeah, I think I talked about this yesterday. Each feature, each thing has to interact with all the others, and this leads to complications. Like if I use the monitor, well, now I have to plug it into the camera, so that's one additional complication. Then I have to plug it into like a USB thing, so computer or power bank, right? So two complications from one additional feature. Then I thought this angle, like this doesn't go down, like this monopod thing that's attached to my desk, like it doesn't go lower, but I'm quite low here on the couch. Then it will be from, maybe this angle would be actually would have been good, but it's also shaky. And I was just like whatever. And plus like I have the long lens which is heavier, so this shaky thing, maybe I should get something sturdier. Like I felt a bit iffy about that, so I thought, okay, fine, I'll take the tripod out. All right, but now I have to, okay, so I have to get this cable from there, and then I thought, well, and then I was looking at the monitor, right? So that was still fine, right? Just one extra thing because I have to open up the tripod. But then, okay, the tripod is now too high, so I have to pull in one of the, like, collapse one level of the tripod legs, right? Okay, one extra complication from the tripod. Then, okay, how do I place it? There's things in, like, kind of in the way. Let's say second complication. Then I'm looking at the monitor and I don't see myself that well. Like I can frame myself. I see like sort of where I'm positioned, but because of the angle of the monitor, because it was like hanging higher up, I like there was a reflection and so on. So okay, so I can't see that. All right, let's try to put the monitor there on my light stand. See, because I decided to film this on the couch with these pillows and under a blanket because it was kind of colder before because I'm back in Estonia back from Ireland. I didn't know that Ireland is a tropical paradise. It's not, but it's still warmer there than in Estonia. It's quite cold here actually right now in August, basically end of August 27th. So it was cold, blanket, whatever. Anyway, now I kind of like this. The sitting part is more complicated. I'm like, this is more comfortable, but then I look like extra weird on camera. And again, that's another feature. The fact that I added audio, like initially I thought I'm gonna just do a voiceover as I've done a couple of times before. I'll use some shots from the trip, but then that also would have had some complications because I would have to select the shots and edit them and whatever. Okay, but it doesn't matter. Like, this is a complication of adding video to this production, right? Plus the angles, the tripod, that's all that all, like the monitor, it all stems from the fact that I decided to add video. Did I say audio before? I don't know. I meant video, right? The visual. I decided to add the visual part here, and obviously the whole vlogging thing. Like I could be podcasting or whatever. I could be blogging, but I decided to do the vlogging thing, right? So it's like three things, probably more, because I'm like, what do I talk about? So that's like, let's say, blogging. Then actually talking, because I have to do it in real time, kind of. I can't just, okay, I'll write a little bit and then I'll edit it a little bit and then I'll like rewrite it. Like, I don't have that option with talking. I can't just delete one word because, I don't know, wrong grammar or whatever. This is not comfortable at all. Oh, nice. So, like, the talking element adds so much more difficulty, so much more complication to this process. So the audio element. Then I add video, and it's like insane. Like 15 minutes just to set this up. Of course, if I had this old setup, would have been just press record, that's it. Although there's also like the audio element still in this whole thing, because hey, I took the microphone out. See? And yeah, like yesterday I recorded with the on-camera microphone. Not on-camera microphone, not the external on-camera microphone, but the camera inbuilt microphone, and the audio was just horrible. It was just absolute ass. I mean, I don't know if this is gonna be great, but it's gonna be better definitely, unless I messed something up. So, but the thing is that I have to take this thing out of the box. Then there's another part which goes into the camera, so I have to take that out, attach it with a clip to the camera. Takes like a few seconds, just like right. Then I have to also take out the cable, plug it into the thingy, into the receiver, and then into the camera. Then I have to go into the menu, change the audio recording level, which was 16 on the inbuilt camera, but with this one it has to be either 1 or 2, otherwise it will be clipping. So I did that, but turns out I'm in the image or photo mode, which means that the menu doesn't go into the audio level, like audio recording levels stuff. It go like I have to switch to video, then I have to go into the menu again, then I have to find the audio recording levels, then I set the audio recording levels. While I'm doing that, I also test. Is it kind of being too loud? Is it clipping? Tried number 2 at first, seemed to go too into the yellow part, so I said, okay, let's set it to 1. And that's just adding audio. So each feature complicates everything, kind of everything related to stuff. Yeah. So that's, I guess that kind of illustrates yesterday's point. I think that's what I was talking about yesterday, about everything that you add on your plate is gonna affect everything else on your plate, and you're just gonna go insane, more or less. But today I was talking about why it's good from time to time make things more complicated. Well, number one, it's because it's practice. Like this whole thing, this whole vlogging challenge is practice. The sooner you get your 100 videos done, the sooner you'll get to a higher level of skill, of comfort with the medium, the comfort of being on camera without being perfect. Because if you have to do it every day, you're just not going to have the bandwidth to have everything perfect, or you're going to be stuck in a format, and then it's gonna be like not as much learning. Um, but whatever, doesn't really matter that much, as long as you get your 100 videos done and you get somewhere, right? Maybe you want to get to a specific format. This couch cushion that's under my cushion is gradually sliding, like it's at this level. It's been sliding this whole time. I don't think we're gonna get to my Ireland, the learnings from the cultural learnings of Ireland visitation vlogging thing, whatever. We're not gonna get to that list, not today. Tomorrow, then I'm gonna set it aside. Right. So then why did I decide to do this extra complication setup for worse production quality? Well, number one, because with the longer lens, 70mm, this is kind of the minimum on this lens, which again is kind of too close or tight or too zoomed in, whatever. So I had to also set the tripod back. And if when it was like more there, then it was like this gray background was too boring. It's not that like this background is any better, but it's kind of there's more depth to it, you know. So I had to set it there. Plus, it's like there's like if I'm too tight, if it's closer, then it's gonna be just my face, you know, and then that's gonna be slightly weird, or maybe not that weird, but I kind of prefer to be kind of whatever, some of my torso and hands to be visible on camera, even though that's probably not what I've been getting even with the other lens. Anyway, that's the ADHD brain for you. Like all these thoughts all day, every day, and then I forget something, and then I'm like, right, but why did I get here? Like, why was I thinking about this thing? Well, there's like 100, well, maybe 3, 4, 5 things that I thought about before, and then I got to this thing, and I'm like, why was I thinking about it? Why was this important? Well, here you go. That's ADHD. So why did I overcomplicate this? As I was saying, as I started saying 10 times in a row now, one thing is getting out of comfort. Because if you get stuck in the comfort zone in one specific format, especially in the beginning when you're trying to learn the craft of video creation, of YouTubing or whatever, TikToking, Instagramming, you name it, then you're gonna kind of box yourself in something that you're not sure if it's actually the best version of what you could be doing, if it's the best format for you specifically, because maybe you need to be more expressive, you need to move around more, but you're stuck in this talking head format with the same background and so on. So if you don't experiment, then you don't learn anything about yourself, about the things that you like, and so on. So getting out of comfort, experimentation. Number two, again, it's kind of two sides of the same coin. So I'm not sure, is this one thing or two? Is this ADHD or is this autism? Where I'm like, right, but this thing that I've been talking about for half an hour now, probably, I don't know, can see, like, what? Why is it so important that it's like, is it 1 point or is it 2 points? Who cares? Well, unfortunately, me and my perfectionism, kind of. I think it's autism. So I guess that's my autistic side. Right. So yeah, on one hand, you don't want to get stuck in a comfort zone. On the other hand, you want to stretch yourself. So that's kind of the other side of the coin. You want to try different things, try different angles. Like, maybe I should have tried like having the camera up there. Maybe I should take it to an extreme and put the camera in that corner up there, so that it's like top down, and it kind of gives this vibe of like being weak and tiny compared to the camera, because that's kind of the cinematic language. That's what the like camera angles say that you are, if the camera is looking down on you, maybe. Or maybe it's just an interesting different angle, who knows. If you don't test it out, you don't know. So maybe next time I'll test it out. Like, for example, when I was trying to shoot some b-roll for a longer video, which kind of stayed on these 2-3 shots that I got from that shoot, I put a camera in that corner, kind of like over, like almost at the height of the ceiling. And which camera was I using? Doesn't matter. So I experimented and I got like quite a neat shot or different angle, which I haven't gotten before. So now I have that in my in my bankroll, in my B-roll, right? Is that what B-roll means? Bankroll? No idea. No, it's A-roll and B-roll. Right. So now I have some stuff in my B-roll. So I stretched myself. I stretched my skills. Another thing of doing this thing, right, is just kind of finding out how long things take, how much time things take, how much energy they take, just how many steps there are. Because when I was describing this audio thing and like plugging in and all that stuff, this is like something that you wouldn't think about if you don't do this every day or every week or whatever. Like, theoretically, you know that, okay, if I want to use the Rode like wireless pro microphones, then I have to plug it into the camera. Maybe you don't know that until you've used it a couple of times. Like, maybe you bought the microphone and it's like been sitting somewhere because you're like, yeah, but I have to like find out the settings into the, how does that work with the camera? And so you don't do it, because I don't need to do it right now. I have another microphone which suits me more for this situation, and I'll do it when I need to. But then when you actually need to do it, when you actually need to use the like Rode video or Rode wireless microphone specifically, then you don't know how the settings work. You don't remember. Like, it's not that complicated. You can watch a YouTube tutorial, but in that situation, it's going to take you half an hour, maybe 1 hour if you screw it up, or you'll screw it up and then the whole shoot is ruined, right? So third third thing is that you have to just find out from time to time. You just have to do things which you don't do every day and see how long it's gonna take. It's basically learning, getting experience with kind of mundane, kind of simple, not complicated things for no reason, seemingly. But the reason is that next time you do it, you're faster. Next time when you actually need it, you're ready, right? So next time, like, I don't know if I'm going to use this angle again, but, well, obviously I'm going to use this angle again. Maybe not in this context where I'm like shooting my vlog, but in some other context where I'm shooting an interview for some of my projects, or in some other situation or location where basically similar setup, 70 millimeters more or less, about the same distance, on a couch, talking into a wireless microphone. This is very likely to happen at some point. Or just because I've done this before, now it's in my repertoire. Even like, it sounds ridiculous when you haven't kind of done this, because what, he put the camera in a different place. What repertoire are you talking about? What's so difficult about this? What's so complicated about this? And maybe for some people it's not. Maybe some people will, I'll just put the camera there and that's it. And like, usually for me it's the same. But for some reason with vlogging, I keep overthinking everything because, well, I'm on the camera. Like, I'm kind of putting myself out there. I'm not shooting someone else. I'm filming myself. I'm putting out my own ideas, my own thoughts, my own face. I haven't prepared anything. I had some thoughts, but I'm riffing right now. So it's like more, I don't know, nerve wracking, more, I don't know, anxiety inducing. So like, every small detail matters more, I guess, or I keep overthinking it more. Yeah, whatever. So maybe it's okay that it's like I do ridiculous things, or like over analyze things, or maybe it is important. What is, oh, okay. I thought maybe that's cat, but that's metal. Doesn't matter. Like, and it's ridiculous that I'm gonna post this video. It's insane. Like, publicly, but because I've done this kind of thing quite a few times now, it's I'm like 15 minutes. There's a 15-minute workout supposedly going on, I guess, because I'm talking with my hands. Yeah, great workout, thanks. Anyway, or because my heart rate is elevated, I don't know. In either case, I'm talking about my fitness tracker thing and things I'm working out. Just for clarity, I don't know. Some people might have gotten it, some people might have not, but there's just two people watching max, usually. Me, and usually me. And for some reason, YouTube kind of shows me as one of the views. I don't know, whatever. Who cares? Anyway, like, it's ridiculous that I'm gonna post this video because I'm not gonna edit this. I don't have the energy or the time to edit this shit. And it's shit. It's actual shit. It's a waste of time for anyone to watch this. Unless you're really into seeing how difficult this whole vlogging thing is for some people. Like, maybe you haven't started yet and you're like, because like, if I saw something like this, I would be probably fascinated. Maybe. Depends on like my mood, depends on kind of where I'm at in whatever progress that I'm making, or how whatever, like, might change from day to day. Might be perfect content for me one day and completely irrelevant for me another day, right? So somebody who's into vlogging or starting, not vlogging, but like just video creation, and they're dealing with perfectionism and like just fear of starting and putting out videos and think like they're afraid of putting out like crappy content. Well, they can look at me and they're like, well, if that dude is not afraid of putting this out, maybe I'm not going to be afraid of putting my shit out, right? uh, Maybe it's valuable to someone, maybe not. But if I hadn't done this, so yeah, we are at almost 30 days. If I hadn't done this for 30 days straight, would this be as simple for me to put it out? Maybe, because like, again, I've done it before, but no, it would not be as simple. And it's entering my head. I'm like thinking about this rant would not be useful to anyone, and it's embarrassing putting it out, because like, if I've talked for half an hour unfiltered, I may have said a lot of dumb shit, a lot of embarrassing shit. I may have looked embarrassing here in my like dirty sweatshirt full of cat hair. Like, this thing, like, what the hell is this thing here behind me? Like, the lighting, it's crap. Like, the way I look, unshaved and old and balding, and like, it's horrible if you think about it. But then you do it a couple of times, you put it out, and you're like, I didn't die. I have to get back to doing stand up again. But I've been getting like, I've quit stand up, or took a break, I guess, multiple times now because of panic attacks. And it's not fun having a panic attack on stage, and it's like literally happened multiple times now. Like, one time, I think it was before going on a stage, so I canceled, said I can't do it. One time, actually, like, it started before, and I decided, no, I have to do it, and I was like, I don't know what to do, because I'm afraid of kind of being a nuisance, of saying, I can't go again, then why are you signing up if you can't go, and all these thoughts, and so I kind of powered through it, and I'm embarrassed of showing that I'm having a panic attack, like behaving weirdly, and it's in this underground kind of basement bar. Actually, in two basement bars, this has happened. So I went on the stage with a panic attack and kind of calmed down. I think at least twice I've been on a stage with a panic attack. Right? Why am I talking about this? Well, because that's kind of the next thing that I have to do now. Like I could take Xanax, but that's not just a crutch. It makes it worse because like you're relying on this now, and you're like, the next time if I have to go on stage, I'm like, I can't do it without Xanax, right? So this is kind of a similar thing to this video thing, like this video creation thing, because gradually, well, there's no we're in therapist mode now. Like there's no cure for fear or for perfectionism other than doing it. Like whenever people want advice on how to do stand up, like I haven't gone on stage, what do you recommend? Sign up and do it. And that's kind of the only thing that you can do. Sure, you can prepare, go on a few mics, write some jokes, like try to anticipate what will be funny, actually funny, not just what seemed funny for you in that moment. How would other people think about this? Would it be funny or not? So don't just randomly do something, but you can do it, like depends on you, the type of person you are, whatever. Like some people, they prepare a lot and then they go on stage, and then maybe they'll do well, maybe they don't do that well, but it's not that bad, so they continue, and maybe then they relax or not. Other people, they will go on the stage with nothing and will be delusional about how they have nothing, and then they gradually improve. Other people will go on stage with just naturally being funny, and it kind of works, and then they don't have anything because like the charm thing just works maybe once, twice, three times, and then you have to have some material, right? So it's different for everyone, but at the end of the day, you have to actually do it. You have to actually film the video and publish it, or go on stage and tell jokes. So yeah, I've been kind of busy, but I also have been kind of avoiding going on stage because it takes time and energy, and actually writing a set, preparing it. Part of the reason why I was getting panic attacks was that I stopped preparing at home. Like I didn't actually have a specific set to go on stage with. I had some ideas, I had some jokes here and there, and only on the way there in the bus or on the train, I would kind of try to put together a set, which is kind of like improvising. Okay, does this work here? Right. No, I have to, because I say this here, then I can't say the other thing next. Right. So I was kind of on the edge because I didn't have anything prepared. But preparing was kind of boring in a way. Like it takes time. It's like it's like kind of robotic to a degree. And I guess I'm sort of similar with these vlogs now because I haven't been preparing. Like I did like write a list, and for today, or actually for yesterday, I didn't do it yesterday, I didn't do it today because it kind of went into another rant. And it's also similar with stand up as well. Like it, you can, like, a lot of people uh, over prepare, a lot of people under prepare. So it's like, well, you're more in the moment, you're kind of more like kind of in stand up, there's crowd work, which is like, it also works, like it feels more natural and works more in the room when you talk to the audience and maybe kind of come up with some jokes by interacting with the audience. And it works more because it's kind of, it looks more natural, it seems more natural, and like the timing, you're taking this rhythm and timing from the crowd or from the moment you're in right now, right? As opposed to coming with pre-written material, and then you're kind of forcing your material and the timing in that material on the crowd, on the moment you're in right now. So you're kind of forcing this structure on something that has already some sort of a rhythm and structure, or maybe chaos, right? So it's a dance between the two things. Um, with vlogging, obviously, if you're doing it every day, writing a script might be difficult every day, and then also editing and not even editing, just performing it so that it's somewhat natural and not robotic, and so that you're actually looking into the camera. It's it just takes more work, so it's not sustainable for daily vlogging unless it is your whole job, like the whole thing that you're doing. Like if you're a vlogger, then you might be able to do it every day, script it, act it, kind of act it, because, well, whatever, perform it, or record it, and then edit it, and then publish it. If it's a full-time thing, might be possible. That's what Casey Neistat did for a long time, and some other people have done it for a period. But it's difficult, and it's gonna take you like it's gonna take you the whole day, kind of whole working day. You can't have like hobbies and family time and an actual job, or business, or whatever, kind of synonymous, while you're doing this. If you want to script it and have it be kind of natural and edited and stuff, it just wouldn't work. So you have to be realistic. But with stand up, I got distracted. So with stand up, this kind of crowd work thing works in the room because you are in the moment with this audience in this room. But whatever jokes you come up with in the moment in the room will be of lower quality and probably won't work in another room with another audience at another time. because the in the moment effect elevated the punchiness of the joke, even though in reality maybe it's not that good of a joke, or definitely isn't that good of a joke. Although sometimes when you're doing crowd work or when you come up with things on stage, it might be the best part of the joke because it came in the moment in that situation, as opposed to like when you're at home writing something and it seems funny to you in that moment, it might not just translate on the stage to other people. So because of that, sometimes whatever you come up with on the in the moment on stage will just work so much better. But it's like it's gonna take you far more kind of trial and error, because you only get, let's say, 5 minutes on stage depending on where you are. In Estonia you get 5 minutes, in New York you'll get 3 minutes, and then you're performing to comedians usually on open mics. So you're kind of wasting stage time if that's where you're writing your material. So you have to at least come with some ideas. And yeah, so, but the other thing is, so yeah, on one hand, in the moment stuff kind of works better, it seems more natural, but it's not going to work another time, or it's not even actually repeatable material at all. Like, oh, you have this job? Well, here's a joke about this job. And then nobody else ever has this job if you're going to do like crowd work. So you can't do anything about it. And you can't write a joke about it because for some reason, like it just doesn't work, right? But on the other hand, if you write a script, prepare the whole thing, and then you go on stage, well, you will forget the thing. You will forget the script. You will forget the punchlines. You'll forget the premises, the setups, the taglines. Like you'll forget how to say the joke, because, well, stand up isn't just words you say, it's how you say them. Like, what emotion are you conveying? What change are you kind of trying, like, what emotional change are you trying to create in the audience, or in the through the material, whatever, right? All these things, very often you pre-write in your set. Like, you can do it. You can actually kind of predict what will be funny. You can predict why it will be funny. Like, ideally, as a comedian, you should be able to do that. Some people who do comedy, they can't. They do it in different ways, so it depends on you, I guess. But the issue is that now you have to remember the script. So it's going to take you time to remember it, or to study it, to put it in your memory, and then it's going to take you time to get it to a natural state, like, of performing it. So if you're doing daily videos and you want to script it and do it without cuts, impossible. Unless, of course, you just train just the skill. But yeah. Uh, and the third option, or like it will be just robotic, right? You'll be, so I often would go, oh, right, no, I did not want to do that. Okay, so I would often go on stage with notes, and my whole hand was full of notes because I didn't remember anything. While other people would have like maybe just the set list, which is like one word per joke, and they would have maybe 5 jokes, and they would tell 5 jokes. While I would like write down, okay, premise, so the topic, then setup for the joke, then first punchline, second punchline, third punchline. Sometimes I would need to kind of uh, write down, act out, or like, what do I do? So it just doesn't work because I'm like reading from my hand, and it's like just breaks the rhythm of the jokes, or of the performance, and people are looking at me reading from my hand, and I could make it funny from time to time, but I can't make it funny the whole set. Jesus Christ. This dude like doesn't know what he's doing. Why are we listening to him? So that's the issue. Scripting versus improvising, being in the moment. And I guess that's kind of what I'm doing right now, or what I'm also facing with videos, because I still haven't done, or I've done one scripted video, I think, in this vlogging series, which was the first one. 7 sentences. That's all that I could manage, but it got me started. It got me going. I didn't change my mind. I couldn't. It was all done. But it's not valuable. Like, it seems for me in the moment when I'm talking about this, it seems kind of valuable to say this. But if someone's watching it, they're like, what is this video about? I can't tell you. Like, I can't. I'm just ranting right now. Like, it could be a live, maybe a live video stream, whatever. Maybe. But as a video that you put out, that you publish, and then people look at it, would such a thing work? Maybe, but not very likely. Like, if you don't have, like, it's a really bad solo podcast that I'm doing right now. But then again, maybe I should do that just as an experiment or whatever. I don't know. I'm really bothered by the fact that I started quite a few kind of topics and threads, and I probably haven't finished a single one of them. It's like my ADHD side starts things, and my autistic side is embarrassed and angry that I didn't actually finish any of it, and there's no structure and no polish, and it's just a chaotic rant. So I'm screwed either way. Right, I think that's it for this video. What we found out is that, okay, maybe we can do these videos from time to time. Actually, we didn't find out that, but we did find out that it's not as comfortable as I hoped and thought, because I keep sliding in this way and then it looks weird. And like is uncomfortable, and yeah. I feel like I need like something in the end, like some sort of a point. I guess the point would be just a summary. Sometimes do things that are more complicated and take you more time and energy and offer less value and quality. But that will just get you out of your comfort zone and will potentially teach you something, add skills or options in your repertoire. I love saying this, repertoire. Uh, and there was, I think, one more thing which I forgot. Oh, right. Uh, just going through the motions, kind of like it seems unnecessary. It seems pointless doing this complicated setup for a crappy vlog, which nobody will see. So much effort, so much energy and time put into this. I guess I could say this about this whole like vlog series. Nobody's gonna watch it, but it took me so much time and energy to do it, right? So it seems pointless. Like your brain will refuse to do it if you think about it this way. If you think about it, oh, like hundreds of hours to get a couple of views from basically the same 2 3 friends who sometimes watch your videos, and like zero results. But it's not zero, it's skills, even though those skills aren't kind of really quantifiable. Like I knew how to edit videos before, I knew how to set up a camera before, I knew how to talk to a camera, like rant aimlessly, pointlessly to a camera before. Like lighting, I kind of knew how to set up a background light, hair light, key light, whatever before. But it's still this kind of repetition and grinding where there are going to be these little details and things that you don't notice that you're improving at. And just the confidence of talking on camera for probably an hour now. I have no idea when I started. Like for an hour, aimlessly, pointlessly, and having the guts to publish it. Like it's kind of impossible to quantify the value of it, because so you're saying that it's a good thing that you embarrassed yourself for hundreds of videos or 100 videos, and I don't know, and didn't even get a result from it. Like nobody even watched it. So you barely embarrassed yourself. You barely, like, you didn't get any results from it. Why? Well, because it this video was supposed to be over, and I'm back to a new thing, I think, or not even a new thing. I keep repeating the same points over and over again. But maybe that's also a feature and not a bug. Maybe that's part of the process where I'm like, okay, today I don't know what I'm going to talk about, and I'll talk about kind of the same thing that I talked about before, but this time I'll have more ideas and more thoughts which are loosely related, barely structured, completely chaotic, and offer no value to anyone. But then again, maybe I am improving a little bit. Maybe there is some structure that is being created. Maybe I am improving in terms of talking to the camera. Maybe it's not that bad that I do it and I embarrass myself. Maybe I do improve. Like my lighting skills do improve a little bit. Maybe my camera skills improve a little bit. Maybe just I get faster at finding the right settings in my camera menu. Maybe that's a good thing. Maybe just being less embarrassed of being on camera makes me look more natural on camera, less anxious, more makes me feel more free on camera, which makes me kind of makes it easier for me to free associate and come up with good points on camera off the top of my head. Maybe like there's this little voice that is somewhere there, like I feel like, okay, there's some improvement here, but it's like so weak, because like it's like working out. You don't see any change for a long time, and then you see some change, but you've gotten so used to this that you still don't feel like you've improved. But then you watch or you see a video or a picture of yourself 2 years ago, and you're like, Jesus, who's that buff fella, And I'm only saying or using this example because this happened to me to a degree. I was really skinny for a while, then I was really kind of overweight, like for me. Like like nobody would say that I'm like actually that I've been ever fat, right? But although my friend did say, yeah, I did notice you had like a belly this one time when we saw each other. So yeah, but anyway, my physical form has improved in a year, more or less. And like I kind of just look normal. There's still belly fat. There's like fat in other places because I'm old now and my metabolism is slower or whatever the reason is, or maybe I just move less. But from time to time, I do see, oh, actually, this muscle is slightly more defined, right? So just silencing this voice, which is like, you look like shit, or this video sucks, and why are you doing this? There's nobody's watching, or like, I would be embarrassed if anyone was watching, or like, it's all a waste of time, and it's all pointless. Like silencing this voice is impossible. Almost. It's gonna keep coming up, rising up, and the only antidote, I guess, against it is just to do it anyway, to keep doing it. And if you see improvement, if you don't see improvement, just keep going, because like you kind of know, you kind of know that it's the only way to improve. It's the only way to get where you want to go, or at least get out from the place you don't want to be, which is not publishing any videos, which is being out of shape, weak and low energy. There's no way other than actually doing the exercise over and over again, being embarrassed of how it looks, how you look, how weak you are. I can barely do a pull-up right now. Seriously. Like, I was less in shape a while ago, and I still could do like 5, 6, 7 pull-ups. Seriously. I don't know if it's like because I was leaner, so now I have slightly more muscle mass and more fat as well than a few years ago. So it's just more difficult. I have to pull up more weight. I don't know. Again, completely irrelevant. Just random rant, right? But if I put it out, if I publish it, I will be less embarrassed next time. I will have less of that voice in my head which is saying, or not saying, but like checking, constantly checking, okay, is this good enough? Is this good enough? Like, maybe I should word it, oh, you said it wrong. Like, the grammar, it's not who, it's whom, or whatever, right? Like, this wasn't even a sentence, and then I get in my head. But if I put out this video, I'm like, next time I'm like, Jesus, compared to that video, I'm doing great. So maybe just putting out crap is the only thing that can give you confidence to actually do good shit, you know? I don't know. I think I'm tired from this video, but I'm kind of energized to actually sit in the chair and do some actual work. So see you in the next video. Jesus Christ, this was long and pointless. Or not. You know what? You no, we're not. We're still not finished. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. This video has value. Not a lot. Or maybe it has too much value. Maybe there's so much value in this video that you're not even able to comprehend the whole value, you know? Maybe I'm not embarrassing. Maybe you're embarrassing. Oh my God. Anyway, see you in the next video. Will I end the video now? Because I don't know. Do you know?